spinning ball. I'm pretty damn sure. Am I crazy? Does that make me crazy?
That make me crazy.
Is that Pete would sing?
Please.
All right, we're live and we got 0 viewers. Live from Kentucky and North Carolina and California and Minnesota. It is Flat Earth. Can we get some globe proof, please? I believe Candy has some of that. Go ahead.
Hey, so if I was thinking about putting together like a debate panel, who do you think I should put on to be like on my team to debate
a couple? Have a debate?
Say what?
Why would you want to do a debate? Is it going to be like a structured civil debate or what?
Yeah.
Yes, I won't debate.
Who would you have on the panel with him? What do you think, Candy?
Brother Sanchez.
Yeah.
Ed. I think Ed would be good.
Not Meg.
I mean, how many people am I having to pick?
Probably like 3.
3.
Okay, Sanchez, ODD, and fucking what's his name? David Weiss.
Okay. I would go with David Weiss and ODD. You know what? I could go with ODD. Although recently I've had a little bit of issue with ODD, but that's beside the point. I still respect them for the most part.
Well, I love everybody. I don't, but I think it's more about I wasn't picking for personality. I was picking for the knowledge and the ability to come back with answers that will make sense.
Yeah. Oh no. I get what you were saying, but no, I'm seriously like trying to think of like a team, and with a team, you still need to have like trust and stuff. Not even like trust, but you know what I mean.
I would pick Mark Sargent too. Mark Sargent, or like Rob Skiba. I mean, any of them. There's so many, and there's people out here. Karen, shit, I would pick Karen above all of them.
Yeah, I would go with Karen.
That's what I was saying. I was saying not so much of the, I guess if you want to call them bigger names in Flat Earth, not so much of those guys, but mainly the guys that we have on like our panels and stuff all the time, you know?
Okay.
Guys like FPV or something like that.
Yep, FPV, Karen. Series
would be pretty good. FPV would be really good. Well, I was just curious, because a bunch of people in the comments in these videos, I keep seeing the same comment about if I ever had a chance to talk to a flat earther, and I was like, well, what if I gave you the chance? Like, you think you're smart because you're like some indoctrinated engineer? Go for it. Come on. Let's go. Let's chat. Let's talk. I don't know, dude. I'm not afraid of them, you know? I'm really not. Go for it.
That's a good thing. There's nothing to be afraid of when you got truth on your side. You're just asking objective questions about objective reality.
Yeah. I think it's funny that we have 3 Uber drivers on the phone.
It is kind of funny.
Hey, Wiz, you need a ride anywhere? You got plenty of drivers right here, bro.
We're in like a triangle shape. Our locations.
Right, we got Lewis Hackett out there. He says, globe proof, go get it yourself. I've been looking for 3 years, man.
I've been trying for so long, I gave up.
Sean G's out there.
Really?
I like him, dude. He's one of the good guys.
Rod Jones is out there. And some guy named James Brown. He wanted to join the panel. He feels good.
Don't do it.
I knew that I would now.
It might be that goofy one. That might not be the road, Jamie.
I don't know who he is or nothing. I ain't gonna let him send him a link. Anybody wants to join, they send me an email. I put my email out of here.
I can send Sean the link if he wants to come on.
If you're connected, go ahead. If he wants to, I don't care.
Yeah, we were just talking to him a little while ago.
And Musicians for Truth's out there. I think he's a globe troll. We all know him.
Hold on. I'm trying to get to the chat. Let me check. Yeah, that's a troll. That's a troll and a half there, buddy.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Musicians for Truth. Is that what you said?
I was just joking. I was joking.
Lewis is here.
Go ahead, Lois. Put a link for some Kirby water in the chat. I'll wait.
Dude, I still want to see water that freezes with a curve to it.
Yeah, that 7.5 mile lake up in Canada, wasn't it? Flat as fuck.
Forget 7.5 miles. What about those like 20-mile lakes that freeze over, dude?
Oh, y'all hold up. Y'all dumb.
That's like hundreds of feet of curvature missing that should be frozen.
There's one in Russia. It's like 200 miles. Go ahead, Kenny.
Sean and Dredd already have the link. It's in my chat. They're in my chat.
Okay, I put it in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the link's in Candy's Shields only chat. Only Shields are allowed in there.
You're not supposed to know what the chat's called. Kidding. God,
I would request this. This is on my channel. I don't want anybody talking about anybody else, and I'm sick of hearing about all that crap. You know, I just want to know where the fuck. I want to know where the fuck we live, who lied, why they lied, and what's something done about them lying about it. That's all I want. I mean, if you think about it, none of us really know each other. We've got this common ground that we got lied to about this damn globe, and we're stuck on that. You know, I feel stuck sometimes. I got to be honest, don't y'all? I mean, the newer people might not feel that way, but I've been doing this for 3 years. I'm getting sick of it. You know what I'm saying? People out, most of society thinks I'm nuts.
I might drop out for 1 second. I'm gonna turn it.
Don't do what you gotta do, Kenny. You're welcome anytime.
Dude, you know what, Dave? I've been called a space cadet my whole life, so
Yeah. It's like I had a little drive live show I thought would get deleted earlier, but it didn't. Here, I'll link it up in the chat if anyone wants to watch it. It's like an hour long. I played the radio the whole time, copyrighted music. Fuck. And I basically, in a nutshell, I said I don't give a fuck who's a shill, who's a troll, who's paid, who's not, who gave who what money, who said what about who. I don't give a shit about any of that. I don't really care. It really don't matter. It was just I was just expressing myself. Okay, ran over. You guys go ahead.
yeah, it still doesn't change the fact that the world's flat, right?
Right. It doesn't change the fact that I want to know where the fuck I live, and I want to know why they lied about it and who lied. Damn it.
Yeah, you know what? that's
I want
really
somebody held
what's,
accountable, not just for the globe and shit, but for 9/11 and blah, 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 and on down the line.
yeah, I was talking to my roommate earlier today about that because we always have this discussion about what does it matter? Like, and she keeps telling me, like, what does it matter to her? Because she's a hardcore Christian woman and she's just like, well, I just love everybody and I'm just going to keep loving everybody and it's not going to change anything. And I was like, well, that's great for you, but I was like, Sue, do you like being lied to? And she goes, well, no, obviously, no. And I was like, well, you're being lied to on a daily basis about literally everything.
That's you're hitting in a nutshell, man. We're all being lied to, and it's frustrating that people don't see that. They just think we're some kind of lunatic. We're talking about it, whatever. Of course, we live on a damn globe. Come on, it's obvious, right? You feel it spinning all the time.
Didn't you know?
Don't
Haven't
you?
you seen the pictures? Oh my god, dude. So sometimes in my videos that I post on YouTube, dude, I swear you can almost hear me laughing when I tell that when they say, "Well, what about the pictures?" Oh, you get that answer way too many times,
Exactly.
Well, and it's really sad because a lot of these people don't realize that, like, okay, since I've been driving for Uber and since I've been looking into the fact of whether or not we live on a flat earth or not, dude,
Right.
I've driven close to over 1,000 people, like since I've found out about this, and I've talked to probably close to like 80% of those people about the fact that the earth is flat.
Yeah, I haven't talked to that many, but I'm right there with you, man. And by the way, I saw your video with the Rams chick. That was a good one, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. You did a good job getting her involved in the combo. And, I like how you were letting her. That's what I try to do with people. Let them tell me what they think. I'm not there to preach to them. Just getting them to open their mind kind of thing.
It's very powerful asking them questions,
Right. Let them speak their opinion and what they think they know.
The way I see it is when we ask them questions like that, we basically let them set down their own stumbling blocks.
Right.
And then when we
That's
give them the facts again, we make them stumble over those blocks,
Yep. Which is what I did. I kind of think about the process that I went through because I sincerely spent 3 months trying to prove it's damn globe in the summer of 2015. I went to a lake here in Kentucky with 2 mirrors and bounced sunlight across 8.5 miles of lake. And at that point, I was sitting there after watching my own observation and going, damn it, those fuckers lied about this damn globe. And I haven't been convinced otherwise since.
Yeah.
You guys chat amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
No problem, man. Hey, Wiz.
Yeah.
So, what was it that got you, man?
Well, first of all, everything I'm coming from is 20, 30 years ago. So that's my baseline right there. Because I've waited and waited and waited. Back then, I was into conspiracies, and it got to the point where I thought my mom was an agent, all this CIA, I was cloned, all this stuff. It got really insane. So I started to stay away from that, and I got into other things. I got revenue synchronicity, guided. And one day here, I was on YouTube messing around, just going through stuff, and I was like walking up steps, and I landed right on Candy's channel. And I went from there. And back then when I was doing all this stuff and I went into synchronicities, I was like, I'm done with the earth. I'm done with all this. You know, I want something higher. I want something different. Looking for a different truth. And I mean, into here, but it was like a year or two into it. I came upon this like this year of March, right? Yeah, I ran into Candy's. Right on Candy's channel. So I went from there and so I came back to Earth, so on the flat Earth. I got dizzy. I was literally dizzy for like 2 weeks. That's crazy. I was like, all right. I started watching videos, started seeing stuff, started checking pictures and whatnot. And I was like, okay. And then I started hearing, we're not going to spoon food to beer and whatnot. So I don't have, right? Like they do in the ocean. Can't get to any lakes that I know of that show me that much across. So I was looking at clouds, and I found online this thing called a cloud weight calculator. And it was showing, I just don't have to have to do that. I was like, well, with the weight, so I won't gravity because, like I said, I don't have a good horizon view. It's all trees. Can't get any bodies of water. So I went with gravity, and my techniques with gravity were, well, you're not pulling down the clouds. And one of my
your mic's breaking up a little bit for me. Is it just me?
No, it's probably my mic. Some saying I talk.
I hear most of what you're saying. It's a little choppy. Go ahead, man.
So then, trying to find my own experiment, like what's immediately around me. And I saw this thing with the birds and the butterfly, and I was like, okay, well, what can match that? I thought of the mosquito, a state bird, And I remember having a mosquito land on my arm a few years ago and watching it feel the blood fly away, and it fell like a rock. And I was like, so when I found out about this, gravity or whatever you want to call it, whatever that is. So when I came upon buoyancy and density, I was like, well, that makes sense with that mosquito because it was much lighter until it struck my blood and then it fell. I looked up the theory of gravity on Wiki. I can't find it now. I was trying to find it so I could save it on the PC I got here. Got on my tab. Theory, the one that I found anyway, said that the atmosphere is often considered a liquid, and buoyancy is considered in the formula. I've been ever since.
Yep, sure.
I'd love to
Josh,
do it, right?
I haven't heard Josh's awakening story. What did it for you, Josh?
At about 9 o'clock in the morning, I was outside in front of my grandparents' house one day, and clear blue sky, sun was already out, high in the sky, and I'm looking up, and I'm looking freaking dead right at the moon, dude, at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, wait, hold on a second. Like, I'm looking at the sun, I'm looking at the moon, and I'm like, wait, what's in the sky on the other side of the world right now? And then, like, I looked it up, and they had the moon over Africa, and I was like, wait, the moon's over here, but it's also on the other side. That makes no freaking sense.
No. So that was recently, like, when did you, like, I first looked at it in February 2015. I confirmed it pretty much in the summer of 2015. What was it like for you?
That was December last year.
Okay.
And
so you're still relatively new. That's why you want to have a debate still.
Well, no, I want to have a debate because I think deep down I'm kind of an asshole and I want to be right. Well, not that I want to be right, but you know what I mean? Like I want to be able to prove to these people that I'm not a freaking idiot. You know, I don't like people telling me that I'm wrong when I know I'm not wrong. That's all.
That's the frustrating part. I know, man. I'm right there with you. Because it feels like you're, I give credit to Vegan Warrior for this idea. It's not about who's right or wrong. It's about trying to open people's eyes to the truth of the reality of the situation. And it's frustrating. And all you do is get mocked and ridiculed for it, you know?
Yeah, because no matter, dude, if you, okay, so I've noticed a little trend in my videos when I talk to people.
Yeah.
I normally don't just come right out and say like the earth is flat, you know?
Right. You don't want to do that. I mean, you don't want to just flat bomb. Go ahead.
But then there's other times where, dude, sometimes I don't give a flying, you know, I could care less, dude. And I'll just straight out tell them like, yeah, it's flat. Just straight out, just like, okay, dude, for one time, there was a group of people in my car on an Uber ride, and I had music playing, but my Bluetooth screen on my it gets stuck with my when I'm streaming YouTube. Sometimes it gets stuck on the first thing that I pull up on YouTube. Like even if I'm listening to something else on my screen on my car, it'll say like whatever I was listening to before that.
Right.
And it was stuck on Flat Earth Clues interview with Mark Sargent. And it was funny because one of the girls in the back seat was talking about how her dad worked for NASA. And that
really,
yeah, and that he was supposed to go into space or something like that, but she basically like begged him not to. And like I'm up in the front seat like trying not to laugh. And then all of a sudden the guy that was sitting next to her makes a comment. He says, well, you know, I would want to go up into space. He's like, that'd be awesome. He's like, I'd want to go up there and look down and make sure it's not flat. And I thought that was an interesting comment. And I realized that he was reading the screen on my dash. And
so like
then it was weird because
snide comment then.
Yeah, and then the girl noticed the dash, and she starts whispering to him like, "Hey, that's what the dash says." And he goes, and I hear him go, "Yeah, that's why I said it." And I go, "Well, okay, if you're gonna play that game," I go, "Yeah, guys, I realize that the radio says flat Earth clues, and yeah, I do believe that the world is flat." Like, I just flat out just like, and they were just like, "Oh." So, and then, dude, they just started bombarding me with all kinds of questions. It was insane. It was actually a really interesting conversation.
Is it on your channel?
Dude, I don't have that one uploaded yet. Man, dude, check this out. I have, like, probably, like, 300 hours of, like, flat earth talk, dude, with people.
Wow.
I have gigabytes of information stored.
How are you recording that? Because I have to use my phone for the Uber app, so I can't record and run the Uber app at the same time. Is there some way to do it?
Oh, dude, here. You want to see my secret recording device?
Oh, you have a separate device?
No, here, check it out, bro.
It's still just your icon. You gotta turn your camera on.
It is on.
Give it a second. I think I'm lagging. Can you see it, Chris?
Here, maybe I am. Let me turn my Wi-Fi on now.
All I see is your icon, man. It's a nice sunset with a flat horizon, though.
Dude, you know what? Those pictures that I have of my icons, I took those pictures.
Excellent.
You know what? This is really weird.
I'm not seeing nothing, man.
That's really weird because dude, I'm looking at the camera. Okay, you know what? Here, you know what? Let's try this. Give me 1 second. Whoa, all right. What about now, Dave? Can you?
I still just see your icon.
You know what? Maybe you need to refresh your page. Because I just exited out and came back. What happens if you press the refresh button, the little circle with the 2 arrows?
I'll try to refresh the Hangout here. I'm not too good at this computer shit. Okay, yeah, okay, you're good now. You're on.
See, it was just frozen. That was all.
Yeah.
Here, check this out.
This is the phone.
That exactly, dude. It's one of my old phones.
Oh, I don't have an old phone. I need to get an old phone or buy a cheap one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, dude. Or no, you don't even need to do that. There's all kinds of dude. I just record the audio, man.
Yeah, man, that's all I'm worried about.
Yeah,
is the conversation. Nobody wants to see my ugly face anyway.
yeah. I completely. Well, not that I agree, but I do agree. That's exactly why I do the audio. People have told me like, hey, you should do a video where you can see their reactions and stuff. And I'm like, well, first off, I gotta buy that crap. Okay. No, I'm not gonna really deal with that right now. And I only started recording stuff because Uber hit me up one day that I made one of my passengers feel uncomfortable with something that I said. And I was like, okay. I don't understand that because all I do is talk about flat earth and God. So I don't know what made them uncomfortable.
Did you send you an email or just somebody called?
I sent them an email because that was the only way to, that's like the only way to get a hold of them. Except now they do have a phone support thing on if you go into the Uber app and you go to the help section.
What was the wording of when they sent you the email? You just made the passenger feel uncomfortable with your conversation or something?
Yeah, basically it was equivalent to basically they were like accusing me of calling like a gay person a homo.
Oh, like inappropriate, like politically correct stuff, man. Whatever.
Like,
I mean, yeah.
So apparently, yeah, like, so I was like, well,
Did they threaten to yank you from using their app?
Well, no, it was just it was more stern than okay, you know those reports that you get every now and then, like if like someone reported that you were driving unsafely or something like that, and you get those little things on your those little hits to your
you get so many dings and they'll pull you right through the drive.
Yeah, exactly. So like it was a little bit more stern than one of those, and I was like, really? Like, first off,
Oh,
First off, if I did something, say what?
They didn't tell you which specific passenger made the complaint. It was just they kept it general, right? Because I've got
they don't tell you. They don't tell you who said it. They just said a passenger. But I pretty much narrowed it down. Just because I only gave 3 rides that morning before I got that email.
Right.
And the other 2 rides gave me tips. So it kind of like narrows it down to who put the report in, you know?
The one you narrowed it down to, did you say something about Flat Earth to them?
Yeah, I talked to them about pretty much. No, you know what? I hardly said anything to them, and I just had Flat Earth stuff playing on the radio. Like, because the thing was, okay, it's not like I discriminate against anybody or anything, but there's certain people that I'd rather not have to, like, deal with so much, you know? Like, there's people I'd rather talk to, and then there's people that I wouldn't like to talk to so much, you know? And as soon as this guy got in my car, he was just, let's just call him flamboyant. And so that's why I just kind of kept my mouth shut, you know? Because I knew I really couldn't.
You're from A to B, and it ain't like you had to talk to anybody. You know, you're just going from A to B safely, and that's all you're worried about.
Exactly. So, like, evidently, because this guy thought that I was like some kind of weirdo because I was listening to Flat Earth stuff while giving him a ride, and I'm pretty sure he was quite light in the loafers. I think he, and also on top of that, you know, a lot of people put in false stuff because they get free rides every now and then.
Yeah.
So that's not. And so basically, Uber, I was like, hey, Uber, basically, I'm going to start recording everything in my car to cover my own ass. How about that? And they told me, fine, no problem. That's my own prerogative. That's completely fine. I can legally do that. So, like, whenever I get these comments on my videos and stuff like that, where they're like, whoa, have you checked the laws in your state, this and that? And I'm like, man, dude, I'm so far beyond that. Give me a break. And if I really wanted to, I could post little things in my car saying that you're being audio recorded. And no one would care. You know why? You know how I know? Because I tell people all the time, and I have recordings of it, where I tell them that I record everything in my car. And I tell them why I do it. I tell them the same story that I just told you right now. Like, I have it recorded. Like, I am not shy about me recording things in my car. I let people know all the time. I live in California, though.
Everybody's safe. You have the right to record.
Well, and the thing is the wiretapping laws where I live in California are that one party has to be privy to the fact that it's being recorded.
Right.
Well, guess what? There's 2 people in the car. I'm one of the 2 people. So one of the people knows that it's being recorded. I am completely legal. Does not matter.
Yo,
your mic is
right, Josh.
Is all
I'm trying to get a stadium going. Pete's here. What's up, Pete?
Josh is right. One person knows. It's only when both of them don't know. Or you're doing it to entrap someone. And it's not.
How do I close this Steam room? I got communication.
My voice is still a bit sore.
This guy's playing Barry Manilow in my Steam room. Sorry.
I've been doing that comedy thing for a while, man.
Because my name's Barry Manilow again. I was screwing around with this Steam thing. I got one going. I don't know how to mute it. I got to mute myself. Y'all continue.
Okay. I think Dave made an oops. What's up, Pete? What you up to, man?
Yeah, I'm okay. Josh.
What the heck are you still doing up? What time is it where you're at?
7 o'clock.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Ah. So what's the sky look like in your neck of the woods then?
Who?
Yours.
Hey, dingo, 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 dingo.
Did you say the guy or the sky?
The sky.
Ah, it's clear.
Ah.
Morning, Ben.
I got a Steam room going. And I keep trying to figure out how to turn it off.
What's up, Vinny?
Hey, Dread. Hey, Felix. Wizlaws, Nita, Sean G.
Where are we?
Oh, is there a bunch of people in the chat now?
Can I snipe this?
Dude, let me
I have
see.
controls.
No.
Delete. Thank you. There you go.
Hello, Punch
snipe
Vinny.
it. Hey.
Thank you, Dave.
How you doing? What were you guys talking about? I tried to wake you up, Pancho Pete.
There was no chance. I needed to sleep. I was so mad at Raish for you waking him up at midnight or whatever time it was. Did you wake him up or was he already awake, the little fucker?
He was sleeping, but he was awake an hour before that.
He was sleeping. Bollocks. I shouted at him at no for being awake.
No, they would keep on screaming and shouting, and I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I already gave you access to that room. Because you left, you lost it.
No, I gave it to Jibby, and I said I'll be back. And then when I came back, Jibby was gone, and he gave it back to you. That's how
I got to let y'all know I gave y'all controls. I'm trying to figure out this.
Don't.
Y'all talk amongst yourselves here. I was just doing one for a couple hours here while you guys were off air, Pete.
Mm-hmm. I've got to do one in half an hour. No. But Mark Taylor's going to buy me some Egyptian pillows in about an hour. Thanks, Mark Taylor.
Oh, I got a new LED panel from Mark Taylor, full spectrum.
Nice.
Thank you, Mark Taylor.
Thank you, Mark Taylor. Thank you, Andre Kuiper.
If you watch our stream, you can see me talking to you constantly. Because of the live dashboard.
I don't even know what time I fell asleep. All I remember is Raish waking me up and I was mad as my ass because he was awake at midnight in his school today.
Yeah, it was my fault. I told him. I first I said, "Oh no, don't do it." But then I hear them screaming. You know that word. I thought, well, this has to stop right now.
Should have just stopped our stream and then it would have stopped.
Yeah, but everybody was in it. Dave, we were all having fun. But yeah. Well, next time I will stop the stream.
Hey, Candy. Rod
Where's
Jones.
Candy? I cannot see the chat.
I just pulled the chat up. Dude, you know what? I completely forget about the chat usually when I'm on Hangouts because
Tommy was out there a minute ago in my chat. I'm honored. Tommy Osmond. Felix Sam's out there. I think it's her first day on the flat earth. Felix Sam.
Hooch is in. Hello, Hooch.
Hooch, he's down under. He comes from the land down under.
Okay.
Where women glow and men plunder.
Is that why he's got happy faces upside down?
Exactly. He plays golf upside down.
Oh, my. Tommy's out there, Vinny. Vinny, have you got a wrench? Bam the bitch. I'm kidding. It's Dave's channel.
Hey, Dem is here. What's up, Dem?
Mark.
Sean.
72nd
Wow.
Human. Haven't seen him in a while. What's going on, man?
Candy, why don't you come back on the chat?
Where's his money? Can't we just set him on fire? We're all crying about maps. Water's the map. End of.
Dude, all I know is it's not a ball. That's all I care about.
Same here, Josh. I don't give a shit. Water's my map. I don't care what the rest of the shape is. It could be shaped like a dick.
Dude, it really does not matter. Like I know that it's flat and it's not moving, and I also know that I read a book that tells me that God's hanging out above us, so that's even crazier. So yeah, I don't know what everyone's tripping on. Who cares what the hell the shape is? There's so many other things that need to be done now. Dude, seriously, I think I want to start something, and I want to take NASA's ass to court, dude. Mm-hmm. I think that we can make a damn good case over just the flat out lies. Not even saying that the earth is flat, just all of their bullshit that they put out, man. They need to be called out on this, dude.
The Turquoise Dragon. Haven't seen him in a while. He's out there. What's up?
Who?
Turquoise Dragon.
Oh, Turquoise. He's out there, is he?
Rod Jones is out there. Anita Holman, Sean G, Denmark. 72nd Human. Back to you guys. I did a little driving video earlier. I'm going to link in the chat for people I'm thinking about. Go ahead. Y'all were explaining curvy water or something. Sorry I interrupted.
Oh, dude, there is no curvy water.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What we need to do is get all the musicians in the same panel and go back to that chat room on a karaoke night, though. In the middle of songs, we can just hit them with flat earth and stuff. At least a few of us, 4 or 5 of us, guitarists.
We got musicians for Trace out there in the chat. I forgot to shout him out.
Dread was Ace singing on the other one.
I'm only rolling my channels, no bullshit. If Timmy X up, y'all can ban him. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, Wiz, so whatever happened to your son, dude? Did he ever come back?
Yeah, I was wondering about that myself, but I found out he got in trouble. So I don't know if he got into an argument with his guardians or what, or school. I don't know. I'm gonna find out Monday, tomorrow. I'm supposed to meet up with him. Go to the woods, talk it out with him, see what's up.
Alrighty, that's good. I was wondering about that because I haven't heard anything about him. Okay, can we say, has anyone heard from Josh or Authentic Intent?
Yeah, I think
Like,
intent,
has
man. I left
anyone heard anything from that dude? Like, me and Candy were talking about that, like yesterday, I think it was, and I think me and you were talking about it like a week ago too.
Late as Iron.
Wondering where Authentic Intent is. He kind of disappeared. Have you seen anything from him or heard anything from him?
Who are you asking, Josh?
Anybody.
Oh,
you? Anybody.
Last time I saw him, he was on TV with Odd.
Okay.
And I was wondering why he was up there and not Ace McLeod in the background.
How long ago was that?
When Odd went in that glass room interview.
Okay, so that was a while ago.
Okay.
Well, because the last time we had really seen him was when he had that issue at the, I think it was at, what was it, like a football game or something like that. It was at a game. Or...
I saw him at a Vikings game one time, I think. I don't know, I hope he goes okay. He went out there and was, using his own method. He kind of got in people's faces and stuff. Maybe he got burned out. I don't know. I'm totally speculating, but I hope he's all right. He seemed like a good kid.
Yeah, Candy says he hasn't been on Skype for a while.
He did go out there and try to take this out to the public in his way, that's all I can say. It's what we're trying to do, spread the truth. We all have our different ways of doing it, I guess. But
well, yeah, I just hope that he didn't get hurt or anything.
right. I mean, he threw in the back of the black van, disappeared. That's being too conspiracy, too paranoid, right?
Wait, Felix, what are you talking about? Is he talking about the kid who films up little girls' shorts? No.
No, you are talking about that person.
I didn't know he did that, man. That's not weird.
Wait.
Yeah,
I never watched any of the videos, but Jibby went mental about it.
Okay. I did not know that.
Just message.
Yeah, I never heard that either.
That sounds a little creepy.
Yeah, not creepy. Anyway, what were we talking about besides that?
Yeah, let's move on to another subject.
During the broadcast, I just about seeing on something. It doesn't give us anywhere to talk about other people. That's all I'm saying. Gets us nowhere. We all have our own opinions and stuff. I'm just saying, it doesn't do any good to talk this bullshit about other people who slept with who did whatever and all that shit.
70-second human is saying that the moon is really bright. I can't really see the moon right now.
He says his moon looked crazy last night. Turquoise Dragon says y'all want to make money. How's that, Turk?
Doing what, man?
Driving for Uber.
Because they don't pay very well.
buy Bitcoin? What's your all's opinion on Bitcoin? Whoever wants to go first.
I say stick your Bitcoin up your ass along with your paper money, your electronic money, your credit cards, and everything. Ram it.
How you really feel, Pete?
That's how we got in this mess.
All I'm saying is, how are you putting your faith in a digital currency? That makes no freaking sense. You're literally putting your faith in nothing. You're putting your work into nothing.
I mean, at any time they could take the grid down and there goes all your Bitcoin, right?
Yeah. Like
Exactly.
you're putting your earnings in ones and zeros in freaking
Into
computer
someone's hard
code.
drive.
Like, I understand that it's like trending right now. That's great. But like, if you think it through logically, it makes no freaking sense. It's about as smart as buying an electric car and thinking you're going to have a great time traveling across the country. It's going to be a
1
pain in
second.
the ass trip.
Can I give a shout out? Shout out to Vlad, the original cocky nailer. Hello, Vlad.
I agree with 72nd Human. Keep it classy out there in the chat. I don't want to say any bullshit. I got it in the description. Only bullshit will get deleted. You're here to bullshit, it's going to get deleted. I'll continue. So even if I got this Steam thing up, I can't. Could I do it on a screen share? Is that how you do it? You got OBS though, Pete, right?
Yeah, you got a screen share if you want to show us something.
I got a room going. I just left. I mean, all you do to leave the room is just click the X at the top right, right? Is that really you in the chat, Pete?
That's Vinny in the chat.
That's not somebody made a ghost to your channel, is it?
I would say that's Vincent.
All right, I'll reach him then.
Hang on, I've got my mouse. Let me check it.
Bendy water, though, Dave.
Idea, I'll be glad to hear it.
Bendy water.
Still looking, it can't be found.
Like, even an example, right? Like, you can't even come up with an experiment for that. Except for them trying to tell you about a little water bubble on a table. They try to tell you about a bug's life.
Now, see,
if you remember the movie where they were walking around with drops of water in their hands and they were just like spheres of water.
I used that for gravity, the little water bubble on the table. And I said, why doesn't gravity make it go flat? And then someone said that's a baller's argument, and I didn't get it. So how exactly does that work to prove a ball? I'm not understanding what they were saying on that.
They're saying that that like a drop of water, how it makes a sphere. Okay. They're saying that that's proof of gravity making things into spheres and water curving.
Huh. Okay, that's just water tension.
Exactly. I mean, if you add like 2 or 3 drops, it flattens out like a freaking pancake.
Right. Yeah.
Right, but you can't make a sphere of water on a table; it flattens out regardless. Yeah, what they're talking about is like on an injection. When you start to squeeze the liquid out of the needle point, it gathers into a bubble, a sphere, and then as you push more water into it, the weight, the own dynamics of the liquid it just drops. It's no longer a sphere, as they like to call it.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, and then when it hits the ground, it's flat.
Yeah, that makes no sense. I know, I get it now. That makes sense.
It's hilarious, though, right? When you actually stop and think about it, like with the rational mind. Yet, you know what? We're the idiots, though, because we think that the Earth is flat because we don't feel it moving and see things that bend that don't.
Mm-hmm.
But we're crazy. Because people on planes and people at the beach say that they can see the curve, yet when you listen to their own scientists, they say that, oh, you can't get high enough to see the curve, even if you have a weather balloon at 120,000 feet. Give me a break. And they're trying to say they see it in an airplane and on the beach or on a mountain or on a rooftop. You got to be kidding.
I got a site that says like first photos from space 19. I guess I've been getting the dates wrong. I say 1964. I think it's 61 or 60. And that photo, it's the flat horizon. And I just recently came across a video that showed some great shots of the horizon, and it was all flat. They weren't using no fisheye distorted, lens. All flat, just great shots. So they say in this article, they say that I used to think I guess I misread it. I thought it was 8 miles out, but I must have got information mixed up looking at other stuff, and actually saying this in this article, it's something miles off is sufficient to see. So-called the first photo shows a flat horizon.
Exactly. I know, I've seen it too.
Hey, not to change the subject real quick, but Pete, did you hear there's another shooting in America today?
Today, what? Today, as in the 5th?
I want to start. I'm not auto-hoaxing anything. All I've done is read the headline so far.
No, I think it means today is in the 4th, Pete.
Yeah, I'm on the 6th.
Well, it happened on a Sunday morning in Texas. Supposedly, guy went into a church.
Yeah, there was one in New York, wasn't there, as well, Dave?
New York had happened a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
This one in Texas, supposedly a guy went in, a 26-year-old guy went in and killed 26 and wounded like 20 or so. Here, I'll look up the article real quick. But you hadn't heard about it yet?
No. What did the figure stand on in the end then? 72? With the death and the injured?
Yeah. I'll look up the article. At least 26 dead and 20 injured in Texas shooting.
46. Same
As
amount.
a gunman,
Chromosomes. Go on.
A gunman massacred. Hold on, my page, John. A gunman massacred at least 26 worshipers and wounded 20 others at a white steeple church in southeast Texas on Sunday, carrying out the latest in a series of mass shootings that have plagued the United States, authorities said. The lone suspect, wearing tactical gear and ballistic vest and carrying an assault rifle, opened fire after entering the First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, Wilson County, about 40 miles southeast of San Antonio. The victims ranged in age from 5 to 72 years old, according to law enforcement officials. That's the whole article right there. So that's all I know. Like I say, I'm not auto-hoaxing anything.
Wait, did that article basically say that this was the tail end of like a string of shootings?
It says exactly the latest in a series of mass shootings that have plagued the United States.
Okay. Okay, never mind. So they weren't tying it to just this one then. Okay. I was just making sure.
That was from Reuters News Service, just to cite my source there.
Well, of course they're going to say that. That's the agenda that they're trying to push, right?
Yeah. Even if that really happened, let's assume it really happened, they're going to word it that way. Right? what they want people. I mean, it's you can see the propaganda. Once you wake up, you can see how they word stuff, and it's obvious, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? I noticed that a while ago, even before I got into flat Earth. I started noticing, even in like the textbooks when they would explain stuff, I was like, wait, they're really not even telling us anything.
Yes, Felix, another shooting in southeast Texas, or southeast of San Antonio, Texas. Supposedly 26 people in a church, even a 5-year-old kid.
Happened on the 4th, though, right, Dave?
I'll wait and see what the details they bring out about the shooter and stuff.
Happened on the 4th, though, right, Dave?
Well, the guy said with the fifth here. 11-5.
It happened on the 5th.
Correct. Remember the 5th of November.
Still at 55. Vic 55, isn't it? It's orange, isn't it?
If we just assume that it really happened, they twist it the way they want people to think about it. You know, they're trying to get rid of the guns. It's pretty obvious. What's it like living in a country?
Dave, you've had these guns
no
for
guns
decades,
in England,
Dave.
right?
You've had these guns for decades, Dave. Decades. And this doesn't happen. And all of a sudden in the 2000s, the only one you had before this was Columbine, right?
Well, the last one in a church was
The Waterhouse shootout, wasn't it?
in Charleston, South Carolina, like last year. Supposedly some white supremacists killed like 9 black people in a black church. Wolfman's got a good point. If everybody's got a gun, the punks will be sorted out real quick.
Well, I mean, crime is the lowest in gun zones. I mean, and shootings are the lowest in gun zones because, I mean, someone pulls a gun and everyone else around them has a gun. There's really not much they're going to be able to do.
Nope.
That's kind of why the Old West was kind of effective, you know?
If the Old West was real.
True, exactly. I'm kind of doubting things now. Although,
who's the fastest gun in the West, Josh?
Who's the fastest gun in the West?
Yeah, what name stands out? What name did they give you? Fastest gun in the West. Pew, pew, pew.
Jesse James?
He was a boy.
Jesse James. Jesse James, it was more of a bank robber, dude, not much of a gunfighter.
Yeah, but Jesse James is a 10-10, that's 11. It's a Masonic number, it's bollocks. Who was the one that everyone was scared of getting shot by? He was the fastest gun in the West. Pew, pew, pew.
I know exactly who you're talking about, but I wouldn't consider him. I think he's more of like too much of a hype, and you're talking about Billy the Kid, dude.
Yeah, Billy the Kid, Billy the Goat.
Which, hey, have you ever seen the movies? Crap, what was the name of the movies? Young Guns.
Yeah.
I thought that
famous.
I really enjoyed those movies, I gotta say though. Although I kind of doubt his whole story because I've heard way too many versions of it now.
Yeah, it's one of those things that got blown into a tall tale for sure. Denmark says Doc Holliday was the fastest gun in the West, Pete. Doc Holliday was supposedly with Wyatt Earp at the OK Corral, if you believe that whole story. They made a movie about that one, too.
Tombstone.
I got to admit, Kurt Russell's one of my favorite actors. It's hard to watch his movies now after being awake, but
wait,
back in the day,
what was Doc Holliday's line? Oh, I'm your Huckleberry, right? Yes, Wolfman. We are on the same page, bro.
anyway, you guys talk about whatever you want to talk about. We don't live on a spinning globe. Go from there.
And the only water that bends comes out the end of a freaking hose.
That's water falling, still not bending.
Exactly.
Or like one video, like whatever they showed it holding a magnet up to the water, making it bend, running water. Whoever did that video, I saw it a couple weeks ago. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so who's up for shooting like a weather balloon at the moon? And I know we can't do it at night, but the moon comes out during the day quite a bit now. So who's up for doing that during the day one day? That's awesome.
I mean, putting the camera on a balloon and try and get the moon.
Yep.
That would be a pretty expensive thing to do, I guess. I don't know.
Well, no, it wouldn't be as okay. Well, Rob Skiba and them would actually be able to give you a pretty good rundown of how much it would cost you, and all it would be configuring whatever they had just a little bit differently. That's all. It's just that you see, they were trying to find different things with where they were pointing their cameras, and I want to be looking at something completely different. I want to be looking at what's above just as much as looking at what's to the side and what's down. Dude, I'm talking about basically like mounting like a 360 camera on one of these things, bro.
You think you would get more information about the moon just by being 120,000 feet up or whatever? I don't know.
Dude, all I'm saying is that'd be a lot closer, that's all.
That's about the highest you can get a balloon is like 100,000 feet or whatever, right?
Yeah, but still, dude, that's still a lot closer, man.
Way up there.
Like if you think about it, that's 3 times higher than a plane goes. And think about the vantage point you have of the moon when you look outside of a plane.
The moon is so frustrating to me. I look at it, say my fist, what the fuck are you, damn moon? Just right there in your face every night. I'm the moon. Here I am. Figure me out. Damn it.
Exactly. And it kind of blows that they make it like illegal to shoot anything at night. I don't understand what makes anything different at night than during the day.
If you want to start a steam room and you get screen share here, I don't care.
I've got to take my little boy to school first.
Oh, okay. So my clocks went back an hour like yesterday, so it's like 9 o'clock for you right now, or 8 o'clock. It's 3 a.m. where I'm at. I think you're 5 hours ahead of me. Is it 8 o'clock, Pete?
It's 8 o'clock and 7 minutes.
Yes, okay. Dave Hawaii says the earth is not a ball. Do you got any proof of that, Dave Hawaii? Links in the dispensary if you'd like to join, or anybody else, Dread, Felix, Candy, if you want to come back in.
dread on Mike the other night when he said, "What's worse when you wake up and find that someone's drawn a penis on the side of your face, finding out it was traced."
Felix says boo to that joke. We got 19 people watching. So you guys need to start talking about something interesting.
I can hardly even talk, Dave.
Well, rest your voice for a while, Pete. You didn't have to come on here. Really appreciate it, man. I was trying to give you a little break.
That's okay. I needed to sleep, man. I was knackered.
Dave Hawaii's going with the dodo mail. You gotta love the dodo. Hey, if it's really 118 eels, that's you, Ed. Haven't seen you in a while, man. What's up, man? You still with us, Wiz?
Screw you, Rod.
Rod's fucking with you.
There has to be a way to do it. There's nothing we can do, all right? Okay, I see.
I really like that Australian woman's karaoke room I was in the other day. That was she sung like an angel.
Yeah, I heard a couple of her songs. She sounded great.
So what were you singing today, Pete?
What was I singing? No, I was at a christening and they should have just let me leave the room, but instead he had to ask me what shape the world was as when I'd finished the job. He just had to, because he was drunk, he was being clever. Oh yeah, tell everyone what shape the world is, Punch. Oh man, I laid this family out flat. And the biggest guy in the family was hating me because too much sense upsets them, doesn't it? Too much logic upsets them. When you just, no matter what they say to you, you make them look like a prick. You know, he started off with, well, you can't see the curvature unless you go to space. So then I automatically turn it back to, well, how do we see the ship go over the curve then? And you can see the penny drop in his head. Oh, yeah. The ship disappears whilst I'm here. Why do I have to go to space to see the curve? Because I can see the curve. Hang on, I don't see the curve. What's happening? And then you explain perspective to them. And how things, you just pick something up and start walking away. See how this is getting smaller the further away it gets from you. You can see it in the faces, you know. Just, he was irate. And I knew I was peeing him off because his hands went to his hips. You know, like he was getting mad. So I sort of wrapped it up real quick. I didn't want to upset him too much. But as I left, this table just erupted. Not with laughter, with people arguing with each other as I left. The thing was, right, Dave, the one I targeted subliminally, if you like, just because I knew she was listening the most, was his mother. And
so,
yeah,
so basically, you like.
Josh, I'm going to check this out when I get home. That's all I wanted to hear from her. I didn't care about the rest of them. Just there. Because once you turn the mother of the family, you've got all of them.
True.
The father, it don't matter. You know, you get the mother to care. Oh, my word. Look at the flat earth women we've got.
Yeah.
And they're feisty, right?
And they are completely against teaching their kids
lies.
What's wrong. Very interesting. But yeah, you're right. They're hardcore. They really don't screw around much.
I might go to bed probably like 15, 20 minutes, but I can leave this running or Pete wants to start one. It doesn't matter to me. I gave everybody controls, so I trust you guys. They're talking about rock porn in the chat. What the fuck? What's rock porn? They explain rock porn. You'll have to read up in the chat. Chris, man, you still with us, man? What's on your mind tonight? Wiz lost. Must step away.
Probably.
Oh, sorry. I was messing around trying to mess with this talent, trying to do other. And I lost the channel and everything, and I thought my mic was on. And I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm trying to figure all this out. And then I ended up going back to Hangouts, and I saw the call. So I was like, okay. I left the room, but I wasn't. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know.
Good.
Don't worry, bro. I do the same thing all the time on my phone. I start multitasking on stuff.
This weekend's the big conference. I'm thinking about driving down there, but I haven't made up my mind yet. I don't have a ticket or nothing, but I probably don't need a ticket to. I mean, the people are going to be live streaming anyway. The whole thing is about meeting other flat earthers in real life. I think that would be a cool thing to do. 'Cause I'm sick of being lonely, you know. I'm the crazy old man who thinks the earth is flat here in Kentucky.
How long is it going to take you to drive over there?
It's like a 6.5, 7 hour drive. It's a pretty good trip. I'm mulling it over. I don't know.
That's not too bad.
I mean, more power to whatever anybody's doing to spread the truth. But you know, I'm not into giving Flatty awards and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. I hope this thing's a success. You know, maybe there'll be some legitimate mainstream media will give us some kind of coverage. It's not just ridicule. I don't know. We'll see. Most of the time in the mainstream, it's always the science denying flat earthers or whatever, you know. They deny 500 years of science. Whatever.
Nope, we're not arguing against the science. We're arguing against.
Somebody just opened a bag of Doritos.
No, I opened a bag of bread.
Oh, okay. Sound like Doritos. I was just joking. If I take an Uber down there, Wolfman, it would cost me like, we're talking about a 400-mile trip. How much would that be, Josh, on Uber? It would be like
probably like $450, $500 trip.
Yeah, somewhere in there. It's almost $1 per mile when you're the rider.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, I think there's a slight discount for a longer trip, but not much.
Well, also, remember they have to pay for the time.
Yeah. Like when people like They go through the drive-through or something. And the drive-through takes extra 10 minutes. I make a little more money. Dave White said I should win a flatty. For what? Oh, I get what Wolfman was saying. He's saying I'd sign on to Uber and just keep taking rides that direction until I get there. Make money all the way.
I thought about
It's hard.
that, but you can't do that. They won't let you.
Right. Yeah, you can't
through different states.
You can't specify a direction either. Basically, at least I can't around here. It doesn't tell you what direction they're going. It just tells you where they're at, and you find out where they're going after you get if they get in the car, right?
They only let you wait on your app. You don't have the set destination feature.
Hey, yeah, but that would have to be somebody like going all the way from around me all the way down there.
Well, you could, in theory, you could do it all the way to the state line.
Yeah, just keep doing the next city south of me.
Yeah.
Set destination. Yeah, that's a good idea. I might try that. It might take me a little extra time to get down there, but you know, be a lot more time than just driving straight down there, obviously. But I'll be making money the whole way.
Well, but the thing is, it stops at the state line.
I couldn't like get a selected destination in Tennessee from Kentucky. I would just have to drive the few miles across the state line and then reset my destination.
Are you able to travel in other states?
Yeah, I mean, I'm able to drive anywhere in the United States. My license is.
Well, no, because I know a lot of Uber drivers that they get upset because they can only go certain as far as they can.
Annie says she drives in North Carolina and South Carolina. I don't know. I have to check into it.
Because you see, I thought about going to Vegas because it's only like 3 or 4 hours away.
Yeah.
And I was told that I'd have to be approved for a whole new state. It would take like 30 days. All kinds of stuff.
I've already had a couple of trips take me into another state. Like I picked up people in Louisville, Kentucky, and took them into Indiana, which I didn't accept any rides when I was in Indiana, so I don't know for sure.
Well,
I'll have to check into it.
You see, if I pick someone up here, I can take them to Vegas. That's no problem. But once I get to Vegas, it won't let me accept a ride to come back until I get to the state line.
Maybe the rules are different over this part of the country. I don't know. I'll have to check into it. Okay, you still there, man? You can email me for a link. My name's John Williamsburg emailed me. I don't know who he is. Anybody know John Williamsburg? Send me an email back that says, who are you? Who are you?
Birds out my mouth, though.
So you get ready to take your son to school, Pete? Were you wanting to start a stream? I can end this one anytime.
Yeah, I'm going to go on a school one, so we'll be back in a bit.
But I'll leave this running. Josh and Chris, you guys got controls too.
All right, cool.
I don't have to end it. I can just go to bed and mute myself.
Okay, no.
All right, no problem.
When I think about you, I mute myself.
Is Candy still? Do you guys still see Candy out there in the chat?
Candy's in the chat, yeah.
Somebody with I Spy NASA Lies just sent me a hangout link, chat, and I wasn't thinking that Candy was already in here. And I was asking for a link, and I was like, "Oh, wait!" So I went back and I asked Candy. So I wouldn't need to know if that's just weird. Candy's already in here. In this link, right? He was on here earlier. I got someone else honing on her thing, I guess, asking me for the link.
John Williamsburg is if you're lifting, you have to identify yourself. I'm not going to send it out to random troll.
I just got that invite. It said like 30 minutes ago. That's the same
You
What's
guys
the time on that?
I got to get up in like 5 hours, so I'm going to go ahead and head to bed. Y'all keep it rolling. Earth is flat.
Man.
I don't care who's a man, who's a woman, who's a shield, who's whatever. It's not a fucking ball. Good night.
Amen.
Yeah, good night, man.
Peace.
You know what? Maybe their Uber thing is a little bit different over there because the states are so small. I don't know. So, Chris, someone was trying to... it looks like someone was trying to sneak in with Candy's name or something.
They would have got caught. Nobody can sneak in. The only way you can write in that chat is if you've been invited.
Yeah, that's what threw me through the loop. I was like, wait a minute. I'm getting this invite to chat. I'm already in another chat with her, and she was already here. I didn't put it all together until I started asking questions. I asked her on the original chat I was with her, is that you? I was like, well, wait a minute. She's got to be in chat. And I was like, oh, what? So I was trying to bring her, Candy, into the other chat. That way she could bring that person out, but they got their links and all that shit turned off.
That lets you know it was a bad account, right?
Yeah, right.
I always found that kind of weird whenever I went to go check into something, and I would notice things would have disappeared. And so you always know that something wasn't quite right with it, you know?
Yeah, unfortunately, I was not as fast as I wanted to be on that. I was a little slow catching on there.
Yeah, it's all right, man. Happens to the best of us, you know?
ready with Rach. I'll catch you in a bit, guys.
Yo, where did Vinny go?
You hear me?
Now I can. I couldn't hear you at all right there, bro.
How do I get rid of this person? Options. Delete, I guess. Leave it.
Now you know I already had this link. Don't fall for that stuff.
I was just, I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, okay, what's up? And then I was like, well, they asked for the link, and I was like, wait a minute, were you just here? So I jumped back and asked you, and what?
Yeah, it wasn't me. See, they tried to get me with that the other night, and I fell for it. Only because I hadn't never talked to Jamaican Titan on Hangouts before, only in chat. So I didn't have him in. I was actually trying to add him into my chat group, and then he messaged me. I thought, well, I was dumb enough to send him the link. But now I have the real Jamaican Titan on there, so.
It's really weird because I saw something right before, like a day or two before that, where he said that to watch out because someone had made a clone account for him.
Yep. I know, I talked to him yesterday. And
yeah, you can pretty much tell it's a clone or not because they come in and they don't talk right, they don't chat right.
Yeah, well, and yeah, they try though. They really try. Like whenever they messaged me as Jamaican Titan, they said, "Hey family, something about the hangout," and like I should have known though.
Hi, Loss. We can't find the room up.
How is it that Shay Smith and Bill Hicks Jr. are always together? Always. I don't care what stream I'm on. It's not even flat Earth stuff, and those two are always together.
What other stuff do you see them on?
I don't know if you know Jokerfish, but he's somebody. Dan Falkenbach went on their thing a long time ago, and some drunk news network they have, and talked about flat Earth. And ever since then, like I became friends with that little crew over there. They're actually pretty good friends of mine now, and so we have streams over there sometimes, and they're always over there too.
Maybe they're just following you.
I don't know about that.
I'm just messing with you, dude.
Poncho go. Where did he go?
Pancho went for his child for school, I think.
That's what I thought.
And he jumped off a long time ago.
I know. I saw he left, but he was in the chat. I saw him just ban somebody. He's in the chat.
I cannot find the room that we're in.
Vinny's in the chat disguised as Poncho Pete.
I'm in the room, but there's no call going on. It's really weird. I knew I shouldn't have done this.
So how was your night, Candy?
I haven't really done anything, really. I mean, I laughed my ass off over there with Sean and them earlier.
Yeah, I was on that. I heard.
Oh my God.
That picture of that snake.
Huh?
That picture of that snake, man.
No, I swear, like the funniest part of all of that was when Sean said, and dude, this is the better of all the pictures. And then I saw the picture, I almost died. Oh.
Yeah, what was going on that stream was just ridiculous. It was freaking hilarious.
I don't even know how to put it into words. You're just gonna have to go watch it. basically talking about
There's no describing it.
He's on flat Earth thing with the stuff and the Titans being the big mountains and stuff, and then people finding the rocks shaped as body parts. This is me copying Sean's answer to somebody in the chat right there. That was his answer, and he couldn't have said it better without saying what actually happened. If you really want to see the pictures and the grotesquism, then go back and watch his stream.
Well, it's not really grotesque. It's just funny if you have the right mindset.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean.
Otherwise, it's just really just a couple holes in the ground.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe that they're actually there looking like that, but they are.
It's just hilarious, that's all. It's just whether or not you find humor in that. Imagine being the first person to walk by and see that, though.
I would want to be any person to walk by and see that.
Be like, what the hell? How did that happen? And then that snake to top it all off was just ridiculous.
But that is a real thing.
I know. And it really looks like it. It was a very good representation.
Yeah, like I would say middle school. But you know what? Okay, I'm laughing at what Sean just said. He said it was like being high school minded all over again. No, dude, this is horrible. But when I said it's like a bunch of 12th graders up here, what did I say? I said 12-year-olds up here talking on this panel. It's because, like, I don't care how old I am and how old I will ever be. I will never grow out laughing at sex comments ever. I will never pass that maturity level ever. I don't care. I don't know if it's just because I have middle school kids and high school kids and they don't get enough of it, but I don't know what it is, but I don't think I'll ever grow out of the stage. I will be 60 years old with pink hair and a wheelchair laughing at a penis. I'm just saying. Wait, minute. I said 60 in a wheelchair. I'm not going to be 60 in a wheelchair. I meant like 90.
Have you ever seen that picture of why Osama bin Laden wore a turban?
Uh-oh.
When you get a chance, just type into Google why bin Laden wears a turban. It's hilarious. When you flip through the images.
Have you guys ever had a white Kit Kat? A white chocolate Kit Kat?
Really? They're really good.
They were my favorite. I divorced Reese's when I had them. I mean, I still like Reese's, but they're just not my favorite anymore.
I've always been a fan of Reese's Pieces, though. I prefer Reese's Pieces over M&M's.
Oh, yeah. But you know which M&M's I really like? Is the ones in the tube. The little mini ones. I'm done with y'all. Okay, so about this globe proof.
Mm.
Oh, they have white chocolate M&Ms, by the way. White chocolate M&Ms. Can you believe that?
They have everything M&M's.
Yeah, but dude, white chocolate M&Ms. I don't like them because they're big. Like, why couldn't they just make them the size of regular M&Ms and like left that alone and just put white chocolate in? No, they have to make them all big and then they put like 10 M&Ms in a pack for $1.79.
Mm. And it's not like you can find them in the big bulk bags either, right?
Oh shit, y'all, I gotta go for a minute.
Yeah, Wolfman white chocolate is awesome, bro. Dark chocolate is really good though too. And dark chocolate's really good for you. It's quiet now. Yeah, not so much. Not for dogs. such a such a political statement right there, Wolfman. Regarding chocolate. Wiz, are you having trouble finding this again, bro? Yo, guys, I don't know what happened to Chris. I think he's having trouble. But I sent him the link again. Maybe he can get back on. What have all you guys been up to, man? How's life? You guys found any curvature? I doubt it. It'd be interesting to find out who some of these trolls really are, you know? Dude, I think Wiz is still having trouble, guys. What the heck happened? Yo, Sean, what we were talking about earlier with the whole flood scenario thing. You ever come across polystrate fossils?
Whoop whoop.
Yo, what's up, Wolfman?
Woo! What's up, brother?
Nothing much.
You at the airport?
Sean, hey, Sean, they were called polystrate fossils, bro. Like, seriously, it's spelled exactly what it sounds like. It's poly, P-O-L-Y, straight, and then fossils. They're kind of a trip to check out.
Many striations.
No, they're actually fossilized trees
Oh,
that
cool.
are through like
Many
40
layers.
feet of rock layers.
Yeah, cool.
Just proving that what we see is like cliffs and stuff like that are really just like
Proves the great
runoffs.
flood.
Yeah, runoffs from the flood. I mean, like, take a terrarium, right? Fill it full of water, shake it around, and then drain the water out. And tell me what the stuff on the bottom looks like. Right?
Yep.
And like personally, when I see when I look at the topographical maps and I see the way that the greenery is and where the deserts are and where the mountains and valleys and stuff are, dude, it's no different than like when you go outside after it rains and you watch a puddle dry over a couple days and you see it slowly, like the water slowly, like it stays there, but it just slowly gets a little bit lower and lower and lower. Like, what if that was on just a massive scale, you know?
But what about Death Valley? How'd that happen?
Well, that's like a higher point, you know?
No, it's lower than sea level.
Well, also, where's it located? Death Valley is where? On the other side?
It's in Nevada, I think.
Yeah, isn't that the valley that's like the big stretch between like Las Vegas and frickin' like towards the middle of it?
Yeah, somewhere
And
out there.
Here's a thought. How the hell do we know where that is in relation to sea level? I mean, how far inland is that? What kind of calculations would you be having to do? What tools are you using to make that calculation?
Atmospheric pressure, barometric pressure, altimeter. Pressure gauge.
All those are telling you where the water is at the ocean line?
They tell you your elevation due to atmospheric pressure. You make a sealed housing with a diaphragm in it and calibrate it. And have a little hole on one side so the pressure can go in and out.
Well, how do you know?
It's just like my pressure gauge on my diving equipment. tells you how deep you go. That's measured in atmospheres too, underwater. I think 12 feet equals 1 atmosphere at sea level. Something like that.
Yeah, but that's in water, though.
It's the same principle. Your altimeter on your airplane works the same way in reverse.
Well, okay. I can totally see that. Because I use the argument that, like, instead of gravity, it's no different than... Because what we breathe is basically like a thin water, a thin liquid, you know? When you look at the molecules that make up the air, that's why fish have such trouble. It's not that they can't breathe air; it's they can't because it's a completely different medium from what they're used to.
It's a liquid. It's a less dense liquid. Sure. Has the same properties as a liquid. Fluid dynamics. It's
Well, it's like, dude, I have issues with all kinds of stuff now that I think about it. From when we were younger, like when they tell us that dogs are colorblind.
Yeah, I don't believe it. How
Dude,
do they know?
What
I'd love
dog
to
have
see
you
what.
been to?
What?
What dog have they been able to talk to?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'd love to see through a cat's eyes or an eagle's eyes or a bee, a fly. You know, how do they perceive the world around them?
Yeah, like when they tell us how like an eagle's eyes are like how they work. It's like, how the hell do you know, dude? Are you a
I have
freaking
no
eagle?
idea. They guess. It's a best guess. It's all theory.
Theory taught us fact. That's so dangerous.
Or an owl. How do they see at night so well?
Or the fact that a bat gives off a radar signal and is blind.
Or the little beady eyes of a mouse. Yeah, the bats aren't blind. They can see, but their ears work a lot better. They chirp. You can hear them chirping. They chirp and then detect that signal coming back at them like radar. They can catch moths in thin air at speed. It's amazing. In mid-flight. You ever try to predict a moth's flight? Try to catch one? They're so erratic, but a bat scoops them right up. No problem.
Almost like it knows where it's going.
Yeah, exactly. It can anticipate it. Go figure. There's a lot we don't know yet. And a lot of bullshit they tell us.
Well, dude,
I don't know if it's on purpose.
Animals can talk telepathically.
Yeah,
Dude, think about this.
Sort of. I don't. They talk about the hive mind, but why does the honeybee come back to the hive and do a little dance to give the others direction? If they could just talk telepathically, they would all see what every other one sees. You know, why the dance? Right? It's like the bee will come back after he finds a good field or an orchard, come back to the hive and he'll do a little dance and give all the other ones the direction. It'll draw a little map to it. Now, if they're telepathic, there's no need for that, right?
Well, with that same argument, when they go to take off and fly as a group,
they're picking
how
up
are they communicating
something.
where they're going?
They're following each other's signal. A bee can follow you back to your house. You leave a trail in the wind, just like a shark or a blood trail through the woods after you shoot a deer. You follow the blood trail. Well, it's the same thing through the air, through the water, and vibrations, and they still think independently, but they act and move as a group. It's like geese flying in formation. It looks like they all move at once, but they're just so tuned into each other.
Well, yeah, and I'm just saying, like, look at when humans go do the same thing. Look at the communication we have to have between each other to be able to do stuff like that. I mean, shouldn't we be able to do that with a bunch of beeps and dashes, technically? Signals?
Well, it's kind of how we're communicating right now.
Well, I would say we're actually communicating through speech.
It's transformed into dashes. And then it comes transformed back into a wave that you can understand or comprehend.
Okay, true that.
I mean, that'd be great if we could talk telepathically, but all the signals would get mixed and then you wouldn't be able to control what you're listening to. I don't know, man.
No, I just got an email from Uber saying they resolved my inquiry.
What was the nature of your inquiry? About state lines?
No. That's interesting. No, I sent them a message earlier saying that I wasn't getting any trip request. Dude, I had a horrible night. I just gave up.
That sucks.
Yep. I don't know. I figure I'll chill out for a minute. Go to sleep for a little bit. Wake up early and hit up Orange County during the early hours.
There you go. Get a lot of tips with weed out there in the OC?
Nope.
Well, that really sucks.
Dude, they just started it where Uber even lets you accept tips.
How the fuck would they know? I'd have a sign on my headrest saying I accept weed. kind buds. It's got to be the kind. I don't want your dirt weed.
Oh, do you get so busted if you did something like that? Like,
The tattletales.
well, all it takes is you being accused of being under the influence to have your account deactivated.
That don't mean you're smoking it. It means you're putting it in your pocket.
Yeah, tell them that.
Yeah, there's a lot of squares out there yet. The devil's weed.
The devil's lettuce.
Man, I've operated heavy equipment. You gotta smoke a joint first and fucking deal with that shit.
Mhm.
Giant excavator. You know, skid loaders. Backhoe. Front loaders. Fork trucks. I focus more. You know, more careful.
Yes, Allison, I know that we are under federal law, but I would also argue the fact that the federal government completely oversteps their boundaries and overreaches into way too many things.
Then explain all the dispensaries in the states. Why is it up to the state? Because state law actually trumps federal law. And on that notion, the individual should trump that. But what do I know?
No, that's a very good point.
It's all selective, and they selectively enforce this shit. And then tell you have equal rights. Yeah, whatever. Smoke and mirrors. That's what it is.
Equal to who?
Yeah. It's mob rules. That's what we're dealing with.
You know what record I would like to check? Whether or not the higher ups or the elite or the people in charge, whether or not they have their children vaccinated or not.
Yeah, I doubt it. There's a lot of doctors that won't vaccinate, but they'll tell you, you know, they're to keep their job. They got to push it on you. They're trained by the pharmaceutical companies, most of them. So that's all they know. I met quite a few nurses and, you know, lower level people that won't do it. But most of them think that, you know, they're trained by the pharmaceutical companies. The pharmaceutical companies write those write the medical books in the universities.
Mm-hmm.
To push their chemicals.
Yep.
That are mostly made from petroleum. Petroleum, it's worse than sorcery.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Sorcery's physical. I mean, sorcery's how do I say fake?
Very clever, Zoo Scott. Nice way to break down pharmacy. But I was actually referring to the fact that
Thank you.
where we get the word pharmacy from is from the Greek word pharmakia, which is actually the word translated sorcery in the Bible.
You can do all the so-called sorcery you want, but I live in the physical realm, and that shit doesn't apply to me.
Dude, I just can't believe that they straight up get away with all the crap they get away with.
It's big business, man.
Of course.
Go try to open your pharmacy. They closed most of the pharmacies down. All the mom and pop pharmacies are gone. Go figure.
That's true, right?
Why do you think that is? They got ran out of business.
Exactly.
They're just giving you the business.
They got run out of business by companies like Rite Aid and Pharmacy and or not Pharmacy, fucking Walgreens.
Yeah, why do you think that is? Because it takes the individual out of it. The older people that know better, that see that, where the rubber meets the road, you know what I'm saying? They see the effects. They're not, I don't know, you got to comply. if you want to have a business, you got to comply.
Yeah. Basically, you have to do what you're told when you're told by the people that tell you.
It's a monopoly. You might as well call it like the mafia. If you get caught selling in their territory, they're gonna give you some concrete shoes.
Well, it's like, dude, you can get in more trouble for growing freaking tobacco than you can growing weed in America. That's insane.
I know. You try to buy some tobacco seeds. Yeah, I know.
Well, and you know what? I was under a false presumption about CBD being completely legal in America, but apparently it's not.
No, it's coming around here. The doctors are starting to use it. The chiropractors.
I don't understand how it can be illegal. It has no mind-altering effects or anything.
Ignorance, fear. Well, again, it's mafia rules. It actually works. If something works, they fucking ban it. They don't want that shit. It's going to cut into their business.
True.
Pharmaceutical companies and insurance companies run this nation. The two biggest scams.
Oh, dude.
The two biggest frauds are in control. And OPEC, they're directly related to the pharmaceutical companies. Oil. Most of your medicine comes from oil. And not
kind of insane that
hemp oil.
Companies would rather write your car off as a total loss.
That it's a scam.
Than have the repairs done. That's insane.
Well, they don't make that much money fixing your car. You got to pay someone to do it. Pay for the parts.
Well, that's like,
how can the insurance company make money on that?
Did you know that
It's
if
all a scam.
your airbag goes off, technically your car's totaled because now it has to be salvaged?
Wow.
Yeah, if your airbag goes off, you have an automatic salvage title now.
That's ridiculous.
That's why you see so many cars that are in such great shape where it says that the title is salvage, and you're like, wait, I thought salvage was like you got it from the bottom of a lake or something, you know? But no, dude, it's cars like that just the airbags went off or something, and the car was totaled, and they ended up instead of like they ended up keeping the car because they realized that they could get more by selling the car than they could by than what the insurance was going to give them for the car.
Right.
And then they just spent the check on, you know what I mean? Like spent the difference on whatever car they like the down payment on a new car.
Yeah, there's no money in it. They don't want nothing to do with it because they're not making money hand over fist.
Yeah, dude, it's a total scam. It's insane.
They'd rather steal 50 cents than make $1, honestly. You got to think of it backwards. It doesn't make sense to us because we're honest folks. But if you think of it as a crook, then it all makes sense. Shit, I might drop out because I can't find my charger. Oh, I remember where it is.
Well, just think about this, man. Like companies like Time Warner or like Cox or like the cable companies or the phone companies, right? Like Verizon or Sprint that have like millions of customers, right? Dude, if they overcharged each customer a quarter, those customers would not notice, and times a quarter by like 50 million.
Yeah, but guess what? That's not enough, and that's exactly what they are doing, but by way much more than a quarter.
That's just insane.
It's mafia.
Yeah. Just like mafia mentality.
Mob rules. The golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules.
You know what? I catch myself every now and then thinking to myself that, like, I miss the good old days of TV, like when it seemed innocent. Mm-hmm. And then I think about those shows and I'm like, wait, when I analyze those shows, they weren't all that innocent. Like, they were mind controlling, twisting me around kind of crap, you know? And
yeah, but it was a lot more subtle.
It's like, yeah, it wasn't so much in your face, right?
Right.
They were using the KY jelly at the time.
Kentucky jelly, good on toast. It was an old radio skit back in the day. Kentucky jelly.
But yeah, dude, like, I mean, like, and it's when I watch shows like Magnum PI or like Knight Rider, right?
Yeah, I used to love those shows.
Dude, Netflix was one of the worst things I ever started paying for, dude, because I started having access to like seasons and seasons of shows that I liked growing up, like MASH and stuff, dude. So I watched all kinds of stuff on there, man.
MASH was fucking twisted. Yeah. Right.
Dude, I used to love MASH. You know what? I seriously thought that MASH was like a middle finger to the actual war.
Uh-huh.
It was kind of insane.
I just watched an episode the other day. I was at a friend's house and it was on. I was like, wow, I remember this. Couldn't remember how it ended, but I remember it as I was watching it, you know. I was like, damn. Hang on for a minute, I'll be right back.
Yeah, dude, I actually have to hop off because I gotta freaking I gotta grab some sleep. I gotta be up in a couple hours.
Oh no.
Where the hell did it go?
Yeah, I just woke up. The storm put me to sleep. We had a hellacious thunderstorm here.
Really?
Yeah, and with my injuries, it knocks me out every fucking time.
Dude, Poncho is going nuts in the chat room right now about a troll. I'm guessing Paul.
I'm the troll.
I'm guessing Paul Mid is the troll.
I don't know. I can't see chat. Is it Vinny? Jump on with me, Vinny. Because as much as I talk to myself, I can't carry a conversation.
Well, yeah, dude, go ahead and end the stream then, because I gotta bounce off anyway, man.
I can't end it. I'm on a phone. I don't have control.
Oh no, I'm talking to Vinny.
Oh, Vinny. Yeah, I can't see that.
He's in the chat right now.
Yeah, that's cool. Start your own stream, Vinny. I'll be over.
What sucks, Allison? What happened? Rod Jones, 1 sub, 1 vid 7 months ago. I don't know, bro. But either way, I'll talk to you later, all right, Wolfman?
All right, have a good one, man.
You too,
Get
bro.
some rest.
I will.
Good night.
Good night, everybody else. Good night, Candy. Good night, Rod. Good night, Vinny. Peace out, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Hello. Well, let me tell you something. No trolls here. So, Dave told me then I can end the stream if everybody's gone. So, Dave, here you go. Thank you, Dave. Peace, Dave. It only takes a couple of minutes. Love you, Dave. You know why I'm doing this. Bye-bye. Okay then. Dave, for the truth. Ah, the last 5 minutes are for you, Wolfman.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, it's gonna end in a couple of minutes.
Oh, okay, cool. Are you gonna
Dave knows
start one?
that. Yeah, later on. Not right away. I think I'm waiting for Poncho to come home so we can stream with OBS. If I start a stream, then we have 2 streams. So I don't want to have 2
Okay.
streams.
Yeah, right.
We'll be fine. All right, then. I'm going to jump out here. Maybe you see a blue man or only Wolfman for a couple of minutes. We're going to order some seats.
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right. Well,
Cool.
see you soon, man.
All right, later.
Peace.